Hello everyone, it is currently Thanksgiving, which if y'all don't know what that means, it means that I'm grateful for all of you for watching this video and shopping. Of course, that means Black Friday is coming up, which means that there's a lot of great deals, and as someone who's trying to open her business, getting the Black Friday deals is essential for saving me money. So a while ago, I actually ordered a sample package from Red River Paper. When I was researching online about what paper everyone uses, a lot of people obviously use like Canon and stuff like that, but I heard really great things about Red River Paper. So I got a sample pack of all of their papers, and so today we're going to test them because I have yet to test them, and plus they're very local. They're based in Dallas, so I could go up there if I wanted, but we're gonna be lazy. We're gonna order online. Okay. And their paper is currently on sale, but it's only on sale until tomorrow while supplies last, which means I need to get that ordered ASAP. So I thought we could test the sample paper that I have, and then we can see which one we're going to buy. Okay, so I'm gonna do my best and not to flash y'all my address. Normally I paint over it, but you know, we don't have time. We have like a couple hours before, not even, I have like an hour before I have to like leave, so we have very limited time to test this paper out. Okay, so we're just gonna fold it, that way you can't see it. Okay, this is what the package looks like inside. Red River Paper sample. They have two different sample packs, but I can't remember what this one was called. Oh, it's called the Fine Art Inkjet Paper Sample Kit. There we go. I was trying so hard to look for it. Yes. So it includes a thank you letter. Thank you for the opportunity to show you how Red River Paper is different. Inside this kit, you will discover a variety of premium photo quality inkjet papers. Most are available in 14 different sizes, including rolls and pre-scored greeting cards and a bunch of other great information to know. And then we have the paper. Okay, so I'm actually going to switch the camera angle, that way I can show y'all really good details of the paper. This package includes the 47-pound premium mat, 60-pound polar mat, 60-pound river linen paper canvas 2030, and then Aurora Art White 2050, and then Aurora Art Natural 2050, and then the Ultra Pro Satin 4.0. I honestly probably think the Aurora Art White 2050 is going to be the one that I'm probably going to go with, but I still wanted to test everything before I bought anything, because it's always important to test it, because what happens if I think this is going to be my favorite, but actually one of these other ones is going to be my favorite. And they also have this one in the 300 GSM, but I wanted to check it in the 2050 GSM just in case I preferred this one over the 300. Okay, so I had to turn my lamp on because ever since daylight savings time, it gets so dark so fast. So the first paper up is the 47-pound premium matte. Each sample paper comes with 2 of each paper, and on first impressions, I actually really like it. It's just silky smooth, just as you can expect from a matte piece of paper. However, it is thinner than I would like, but overall I think on first impression, on touch, it's fine. Next up, we have the 60-pound polar mat, which this one feels nice. She's definitely a lot thicker than the last one. This definitely feels like something I would like to have a print on, or even maybe a bookmark. And again, it's just like the same one. It's really smooth, and there's absolutely like no texture to the paper at all. Like, my eyes are really straining to see any sort of texture, which is kind of actually like really crazy. Like, I see it. Oh, I see it now. She's a really smooth though. She's a smooth paper. Ooh, okay, now we're getting into the really textured paper. Next, we have the 60-pound River Linen 2.0. This paper is pretty textured and I really like it. She's definitely really different and I like her a lot. I honestly can't wait to test a print on her just to see how it turns out, but I do like her. She is not double-sided though, which obviously is fine. This paper, I'm probably, if I do end up getting a textured paper as the paper that I want for my prints, then I probably will get a different paper as well for making bookmarks and stuff, just because I don't think textured paper is really important in bookmarks, especially if I'm going to laminate them, because I want them to be permanent and also really sturdy. So I personally think that if I laminate it, I think it's gonna take the texture away, but I don't know, maybe I'll look it up, or maybe I'll just test a piece and just see if the texture still comes through or not. I'm just really scared that if I laminate it, it's gonna take all the texture away, and then I'm spending a little bit extra money on textured paper, because why, you know? And then next up we have this paper, Canvas 2030, and the texture's a little crazy. I don't know if I like this texture. The last one with the river linen was a really nice texture, but this one is so textured. I don't know how I feel about it, but I'm very interested to see how the print comes out on this paper. Next up we have the Aurora Art White 2050, and she's a little textured. She's also got like a little black mark on her, which is fine. I think once I print on it, it's not going to be that visible, but I just think that's interesting. I don't say they feel funny, but it like has like a weird texture, like I don't know how to describe this texture, guys. Like it's like she feels like powdery dusty, but she's not like powdery dusty. Like she's like, I don't know how to describe that texture. I'm really sorry. I've never done a little like review video or anything like that, so I am so sorry. And then we have the Aurora Art Natural, and obviously the difference between the white and the natural is the color of paper. One's a more creamy color and the other one's really white, but honestly, it's the same. It's so weird. Oh yeah, I don't know about this paper. I like it, but it's just so like odd. I think it's just like the fabric, or like the paper it's made out of. Oh, you know how when you crumble up a paper like a bunch of times or whatever, and then it gets like really soft, like almost like cloth? That's what this kind of feels like, but obviously a lot more sturdy and a lot less like fragile. Look at that sound. That's a good sound. I don't mind this for a print. I don't think getting the 300 GSM is necessary, but also like the beast in me is like, but then again, like the extra in me is like, we need that really thick, nice paper, you know? And then last but not least, we have the Ultra Pro Satin 4.0, which I'm gonna be honest, guys, I'm not a huge fan of satin finishes. I understand why people like it. It's giving like photography, you know? It's not giving art, fine art. It's not giving, oh, I made this painting, here's a little piece of it. It's giving, here's a little cheap copy of my art, here you go. That's what it's giving. I just know I'm not gonna like this, but I'm still gonna print on it for the sake of using all of these. So that is all the paper we'll be testing. Now all that's left to decide is what I'm printing on them. I really want a piece that's going to have a bunch of wide range of colors. I should probably print something that's really light and something that's really dark. But also at the same time, I'm thinking that I kind of want to print my book nook piece that I finished coloring not that long ago, and then I can print like the daytime version and then maybe the dusk version, and hopefully that'll be a wide range of colors. Or I was also thinking maybe I can print out my Halloween piece instead, but I also don't really create that many dark pieces just because that's not really my aesthetic. I really love like pastels and colorful pieces, so part of me is just like, maybe we should just stick to what I usually do and go based off of that instead of doing like a one-off kind of thing. Let me look through and see what we got. Okay, y'all, I don't know what we should do. What should we do? Okay, should we test out this print on one paper and then this one on another? Or should we print out maybe this one? I colored her a while ago. I don't even know if I've showed this to y'all or not. I think this one's got like a lot of colors and a lot of stuff going on, but obviously so does the other ones. Maybe I can do like half of the page, but is that really gonna give it the full aesthetic if we do half the page? Like, what happens if we do half the page this one and then the other half this one? I don't know, guys. What should I do? I suck at making decisions. Which one's going to give me? Because the other one, and I'm like curious about the other one with the cat, because that one's watercolor painted. I used watercolor on Procreate to paint it, so I'm very curious to see A, how it would print, because I've never printed her before, and then 2, just to see what she would look like on like the different textures of paper. But also I just feel like the book nook piece would be such a good range, like wide variety. And then it's like I would just do the Dawn book nook with the capped one, but I'm also just not sure because they both got like an orange undertone, so that's not really me seeing a wide range of color. That's only me seeing like the oranges and the reds, when I should be looking at like the blues and the greens as well, and like the cooler tones of color. Okay, so I've decided we're going to print out this one, and then we're also just going to print out this one. That way we're seeing 2 different color palettes, 2 different color schemes on the paper, and getting the most wide variety for testing. Should I test a darker piece? Probably, but I don't really create darker pieces. Yes, so that's what we're going to print. So I'm just gonna save them as PDFs real quick, then we can get started on printing them out. So I'm just going to save all of my images as a PDF because I heard that's best when printing. It saves all of the details. And then I also just chose a random background color to just add to the mix. That way it's like an official print, you know? And then I'm also gonna possibly add a border around it as well. And then we're gonna save this one as a PDF as well. And there we go. So now we're going off to the printer. I also realized that this sample sheet also comes with printing instructions depending on your printer. I have the Epson 8550, I believe it is. So I'm just going to use the recommended printing settings. Even though I'm going to be honest, guys, my personal favorite of printing is using the fine art printing method. I find that to be the most effective, the most detailed, and just the most vibrant of color. But just in order to get the best quality of print, I'm going to follow their instructions. That way I give the papers a fair chance. So the first paper I'm going to test is the Ultra Pro Satin 4.0, and according to Red River's instructions for the photofill satin paper, it'd be best to print it in the Ultra Premium Photo Paper Luster. I don't have that exact setting on the app, but I do have a premium luster photo paper, so I think that's pretty much the same exact thing. I'm not editing any of the photos or anything of the sort. I'm literally just going to print directly from the PDF. I'm not going to adjust it, I'm not going to do anything, and we're going to see what happens. Okay, the second one we're going to print is the Aurora R Natural 2050. Ow. Honestly guys, printing is taking a lot longer than expected, plus the filming, I'm a lot slower. I really thought an hour and a half to film this entire video would be enough time, but apparently not. So I'm gonna finish printing out what I can of the first picture, which I think I'll be able to get through the whole thing, and then I'll briefly show y'all what they all look like. And then after that, I'm gonna have to take a break. I'm gonna have to go to Thanksgiving, and then hopefully when I come back, we can finish the rest of this review and the rest of this video, and hopefully purchase everything before the sale ends, because we're in a race against time, and I probably should have done this sooner, but you know, I'm me, so that's all I have to say. Okay, so it's been quite some time, I'm not gonna lie. It's a Monday, December 8th. Thanksgiving was almost 2 weeks ago. We got a little behind and a little distracted. If I'm being honest, I had family come over after Thanksgiving and they stayed with us for the entire weekend, and I don't want to be rude and film because I want to focus on family at that time. Now we are back in the groove and I'm back to show y'all the final reveals of the paper. I did come back after Thanksgiving and I printed what I needed to print, and then I went ahead and made the decision before the sale ended. So I already purchased the paper. The good news, it's already here. But for the sake of the video, I will go ahead and show y'all the final products of the paper. I also did print using regular cardstock like you can get at Walmart or any sort of stationery store, you know, just some plain random brand cardstock, just to see, like, just to show y'all like how much of a difference like good quality paper really makes. I don't know about y'all, but like I did not realize how important good quality paper is. I mean, I knew people said, oh, paper matters, but like in your head you can't help but think, does paper really matter though? And let me tell you, it does. It does. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all what it looks like on plain paper, like just some really thick cardstock versus some good quality paper, and you're gonna be like, oh, paper does matter. Paper matters a lot. But yes, let's go take a look at them. Since I went with the Aurora Art White, I wanted to, for the rest of this video, I will compare all of the papers to this paper and show why I chose the Aurora Art White instead of the other papers, and kind of just do like a pros and cons list, I guess, of why I went with this paper instead of the other papers. And I think that'll probably be a lot more beneficial as to my choices and my reasoning. Whereas before, I was kind of just gonna review the paper and give my thoughts and opinions, but we're gonna still give thoughts and opinions, but I'm gonna compare them to the paper that I actually went with and give my reasoning. Okay, so for this one's the paper canvas, the Aurora Art White. Obviously the main difference between these two is obviously texture, and that this one is a little bit brighter and whiter. Like the yellow tones don't really pop up as much on this one. So this is looking like pretty white, which it's not white. It's like an ivory, like beige-ish color, which you can see in this one. The main reason why I didn't go with this one is just because the texture is just really, really heavy, and I don't know how I felt about it. As time has gone by, like now that it's been a couple weeks, I really, really do like this texture, but I think it just needs to be for a specific print, not for all prints. Something like you created to have this kind of texture like in mind, if that makes sense. I think for this one, this photo in particular, I think the paper canvas is just way too much. It makes her look so funny. Like I just don't get it. Like, it's just so bad but great at the same time. I don't know. I have a love-hate relationship with this paper. Like, I really hate it, and then give me 30 seconds and I really love it. I don't know what that means. And then this next one is the River Linen, which kind of has a similar issue. It doesn't have as warm tones as I would like. However, like the greens on here really pop. And honestly, I really love this paper so much. I think I might purchase this paper at a later date just because it does have so much texture. I absolutely love this paper so much. I highly recommend if you want like a very textured canvasy paper, but not overly textured, this is so good. Obviously, I haven't tested any of their textured papers besides this one and that one that's like super textured, but I really do like this one, and I almost bought this one, but just for the sake of saving money and not spending all of my money on fancy paper, I'm like, we can upgrade to this down the road. And then the River Linen, again, I thought it was such a good compromise. Again, same thing with the Polar Matte. It does wash out the colors a little bit because it brightens them up. So if you have really light colors, they're gonna appear brighter and wash out. But I really do love that look a lot. It's just one of those I'd have to go in and darken her face up a bit and darken up the shirt a bit, and I'm really too lazy to be adjusting everything like that, but I really like it. And the next one is Polar Matte, and I'm gonna be honest guys, I almost went with this one. It's kind of hard to tell with this print exactly, but the colors on the Polar Matte pop a lot more. However, it washes it out just a tad. So anything that's like warm colored becomes more whiter tone. Same thing with these ones, you know, like the white, it wants to, anything that's slightly yellow, it looks white. So if you had like a person, which you'll see in the next one, it washes her out just a tad, and I don't know if I like that. But I do like how smooth it is. Obviously, it has very to little no texture at all, so she's baby smooth. The colors do pop up this one more, especially the reds. I'll show you the reds on the next one, but it's really good. 47-pound matte. It's the same as the regular matte, it's just slightly thinner, and we don't really like thin, so that one was kind of out. Which for this photo in particular, I was like, oh my gosh, this Polar Matte looks so great, because look the difference in the colors of the lips. It's a huge difference. Like, this is such a bright, vibrant red. Same thing with the fireplace. Like, the fireplace is so bright and crisp, and I absolutely loved it. Even her hair, like this is more of like an orange, this is more of like a red orange. I really liked it, but when I really started looking at it, and I especially looked at her skin just looks so washed out. On the matte one, it's a lot more whiter toned. It doesn't have any pink tones to it or anything. It's kind of the same thing with her shirt. Here her shirt's pretty pink, and here it's a little bit toned down. So I found it interesting that the reds and like the hair, the lips, like looked so great, but when it came to the skin and the shirts, to me it didn't look as great. So this one I was really like, wait, Polar Matte might be the paper I went with, but then I was like, I don't know if I like that. So I thought this one was definitely a happy medium. So this one honestly kind of was a 50-50. I really liked it, but then thought it was better than this one, and then I just really took a look at it and I thought this one was slightly better. But again, I think this one is the Polar Matte is such a great option, and just keep in mind that it does brighten up certain colors and it does tone down other colors, and I think that's because it's making it brighter, you know. So it brightened up her skin, so now it looks a little washed out. It brightened up her shirt, so now her shirt looks a little washed out. So, and then this is just the 47-pound matte, but it looks exact same as the other matte, just obviously slightly thinner, which, yeah, we already been over that. And then Pro Satin, I already discussed how I feel about satin. I think the photo looks great. I just don't think satin's really for artwork, and like, it's just, yeah, I couldn't with that one. And then Pro Satin, this is what it looks like, and the difference with the Pro Satin versus the paper that I went with. And I didn't mind the satin on this photo, but I don't know. If you're a satin person, good for you, but for me, I am not. And then the Aurora Art Natural. Actually, surprisingly, I did really love the natural. I think it gives it more of like an antique, older, yellowy look to it. And I actually really like that. But again, I do feel like this paper has to be with those pieces that you created in mind for this one. Because I really, really love this paper, but you have to keep in mind that whatever you create is going to turn out a lot more yellow wash and yellow tone, whereas for me, I kind of already leaned to that to begin with, and whenever I print it on this, it makes it even more yellow tone, more old teak filtery look to it, I guess, if that makes sense. But I actually really love that look, so it was kind of a struggle actually between the two, but I think if we're going based off what I see on my iPad versus what's on paper, this is probably the most accurate representation of it. These ones obviously have a slight texture to them, so I really love that. Aurora Art White, Aurora Art Natural. I actually really did like the natural on this one a lot. However, this photo, I had it in mind of like, it's got a lot of like blue tones, a lot of, it's kind of getting dark outside, but it's not quite sunset yet, you know? It's just one of those, either she's in the house and she's in the shade, or like the sun has just barely started going down and it's kind of like not full on dawn yet, but it's getting there. And so with this one, it took away all of the blue tones. Like the pink is a lot more yellow. It doesn't have any blue tones at all. And it's the same thing with the walls, you know, you can see this one's a lot more cooler tone. This one's a lot more white, like warmer toned. Obviously, because this is white paper, this is yellow paper. But again, this matches what I had in mind. This completely altered the time and setting. So this looks like broad daylight. This looks like it's getting closer to that nighttime atmosphere. And then just for comparison purposes, I will show y'all what the printed on normal plain paper looks like. Obviously, the colors are so dull. It printed out very splotchy, and I printed this out in multiple different settings. I tried plain paper, I tried velvet fine paper, I tried premium matte, I tried matte. I tried so many different print settings, and none of them really printed out that great. This is probably the best one out of all of the bunches that I printed out, and as you can see, it's just not that great. Not to mention, it prints out very fuzzy, and like, just look at the difference in the greens alone. Like this is not okay. Like, guys, paper really does matter, and it matters so much, and this has honestly proven that to me tenfold. I already knew it was a thing. I already knew I had to keep that in mind. And keep in mind, this is also me not adjusting any of the colors. This is just straight from Procreate straight to my printer. This is me not saturating the colors, not me doing anything with the colors. This is literally straight from iPad to page, and this is I did not. So this is what this looks like if I was to print on normal paper without adjusting any of the colors. I don't think it absolutely looks that bad. I don't like that it's not as crisp and as clear, but if it wasn't this big and it was a lot smaller, I probably wouldn't notice. Like if it was like a couple inch thicker, I probably wouldn't know the difference, to be honest. But when it comes to blowing up, yeah, this one just does not
cannot compare to any of these papers, to be honest. So for me, the Aura Art White is probably the best paper out of this whole bunch, besides that River Linen. She will be mine one day, I swear. And then we have the cardstock that I printed on, and this photo was completely different, guys. Like, the last one, you could definitely see it, but this one is such a huge difference in quality. This is what you get when you buy store paper, and this is what you get when you buy premium paper from an actual place that makes papers for a living. And I can't explain the quality, guys. Like, this is insane, okay? If you didn't believe me that paper matters, believe me now, okay? This is without me adjusting color. So this is what it prints out like if I don't adjust the saturation, I don't adjust anything. This is what it looks like if I don't adjust anything. I adjusted nothing. It went straight from Procreate straight to the paper, and this is how it ended up. Beautiful, beautiful. This is garbage. This belongs in the trash. But now I have all of these papers, and I don't know what to do with them. I have so many copies. The Rhode Art White, I decided that because it is double-sided, so I did want to print the dusk version just to see what she looked like, because I really wanted to print this one out so bad, just because I am really, really proud of this coloring, and I so badly wanted to see her on something. You know, I wanted to see how she printed and how she looked, because I spent so much time and energy and work into this and to make it look great. And I think she turned out really, really well. I mean, obviously she looks really crazy with this really bright white border. So I think once you chop it down, it looks great. And then I did print her on the natural one. And again, you have a lot of cool tones here, and this yellowed them out and toned them down. So this is a lot more brighter look, and the rest of this is a lot more like cozier, warmer vibes. I really liked this version. I think it looks great, and I'm so happy that I was able to print her out. Like, I just printed her out on the other side of this one. I don't really know why this one printed out sideways, but it did. It doesn't really matter because it's a perfect square, so regardless of whether it's like this or like this, it's the same. But I think I am going to chop these and turn them into prints for me to hang up, because I don't really have that many prints of my own on my walls. So I'm really excited. But for the rest of these, I have no clue what to do with. I think later down in the future, when I have more people on my channel or something, maybe I can do like a giveaway, or if someone wants these, I suppose I can just give them away. I don't really know what to do with them. I don't want to throw them away because, I mean, this is good paper, or maybe I'll just keep them. I don't know. Let me know what should I do with all of these test prints. What do I do with 30 different papers? What do I do with all of this? Someone please let me know. So those are my thoughts when I was trying to decide what paper I should buy. Honestly, all of these papers are really, really great options, especially if you're looking to make prints at home. I highly, highly suggest doing Red River paper, and they have sample kits and it's free shipping. I don't think they do international. I'm honestly not sure. I never look into those things because I'm not international, but they do ship all across the US, I believe. But I highly, highly suggest using Red River paper. I really, really enjoy their paper, and they have thousands of other papers. I mean, probably not 1,000, but they have a lot of paper all over their website. But they have lots and lots of paper and different options. So even if none of these options are for you, I guarantee you they probably have one for you. Obviously, this video is not sponsored by them. I really, really, really like their paper, especially after this. I mean, I went to Reddit, and all of Reddit was talking about how much they love Red River paper, because when I was researching what paper I should use, Red River was just everywhere I went. There was blogs about it, there was Reddit pages about it, and so I was like, okay, obviously there's got to be something to this paper. But yeah, honestly, any of these papers are great, and I highly recommend any of them literally
for you to run your small business. I know choosing paper can be a lot of hassle and a lot of like, I don't know what I'm doing, and I still don't know what I'm doing, but at least I feel pretty confident in the paper that I've made. I think later down the road I will purchase the linen paper, and I really do like the natural paper as well, especially when it came to this one. I really liked it, but those are probably future paper purchases down the road. I hope I helped you just a little bit, and I wish you the best of luck in picking a paper for your small business, or at the very least, if I wasn't helpful, then hopefully I showed you that using just basic paper at home isn't going to cut it. But thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
Golden, I follow only golden, golden, golden things.